So in July last year, the UK government announced that it would be launching a special visa for health and social care workers to apply for work in the UK. And this included, amongst other things, faster visa turnaround times, reduced visa fees compared to that paid by other skilled applicants, and exemption for the immigration health surcharge. And this, according to the Home Secretary, Piri Patel, it's an effort to attract the best and brightest health and care professionals globally to work and help strengthen the NHS, the National Health Service. So the question tonight is, should South Africa consider special visas to attract skills? Tonight we will be speaking to Director at Xpatweb, Marisa Jacobs. Marisa, hi.
Hi, Cyril. Thanks for having me.
Tell me, Marisa, can you tell us more about the current situation in South Africa regarding healthcare professionals looking for greener pastures after graduating?
Sure. I think healthcare professionals is particularly in the spotlight at the moment due to the COVID pandemic and huge shortages that we've seen globally on the news. And this new visa by the UK has certainly placed a highlight in terms of how talent is moving around globally, as we already know, and it's placed this highlight on the global health workers. And in South Africa, we've got quite a good university system in terms of producing healthcare graduates. And as other countries start attracting these healthcare graduates, we are definitely seeing the impact of the new graduates leaving the country, and that leaving a bit of a gap in terms of South African healthcare professionals. I know the South African Nursing Council very recently commented around over the next 15 years, we're going to see 48% of nursing professionals who will reach retirement age, and that is if everyone works up to their retirement age. And just the number of people that we're seeing entering the profession on an annual basis who are graduating and entering the South African healthcare profession, we are going to be left with a deficit in terms of demand not meeting supply, which is worrying.
Sure. If we look at visas, special skills visas, do you think South Africa should consider that, maybe, in your opinion?
So South Africa currently does have a system, it's called the Critical Skills Visa. So there's a list published with about 250 occupations on it. The last list was published in 2014. A draft list was published last month, and it's open for commentary now. So that is really the vehicle that South Africa uses to attract skills. And it cuts across sectors. So healthcare, ICT, engineering, artisans, they are all on that list. And that's the vehicle that we use to attract skills. But as we're seeing other countries starting to innovate in terms of their immigration systems to sort of carve out certain sectors to say the immediate need is around this and we need to find special ways to attract specific skills in the short term, it does open the question to say, how is South Africa innovating in terms of using this critical skills list to really leverage and allow employers and industry to attract skills globally so that we can compete on this level.
Marisa, what options are available that could be aimed at attracting skilled labor to South Africa that will also ensure that we continuously inject the economy with investments?
So the only option available at the moment is this critical skills visa, where the occupation is not made provision for on that list. It forces employers to look at a general work visa and following a way more restrictive immigration system in order to attract those skills. So it's really this critical skills list, which has in the past enabled us to do this and which in the future will enable us to do this, but it only works if it's really up to date and it has the correct occupations on it, and the system that sits behind it enables that as well, which we've seen. I mean, we've seen some great strides with the Department of Home Affairs looking at quicker processing times and really getting processes in place for that. But other systems like the general work visa, where we need the Department of Labour to get involved, we've seen that being way more restrictive in terms of timelines and allowing quick entry and ease of entry for those foreign talent that we're really looking to attract to the country.
And lastly, also tonight, Marisa, in your opinion, how can government policy and regulations enable economic growth and skills development in South Africa?
We've seen in terms of the Employment Services Act that's draft legislation at the moment, we've seen how they want to use that and leverage that to get employers to really invest in skills transfer, especially from a foreign labour perspective. During the period that they have a skilled foreigner on a 5-year visa, they need to make use of that time to really get a South African graduate under the wing of that professional so that we are not enslaved to foreign talent in the long term, but that we can leverage on that talent to really develop our local skills. And I'm hoping that we're going to see as we see international immigration legislation really innovating and progressing in this time where we're looking at globalizing labor, that South Africa will follow suit and do similarly.
Thank you so much, Marisa, for your time tonight. You must have a beautiful evening.
Thank you. Thanks for having me.